All right. So once again, um, myself like Arun. Let me share the screen as well. So I'll be the trainer for the UI technology batch for this particular batch. In fact, it was planned that Sunil was supposed to actually handle this session, but he had a personal emergency where he could not conduct the session. So that is where I'll be helping him to throughout the session, not just for today, uh, to have this badge of UI technology. Right. Okay, let me share my screen. I guess you guys can see it. So, yep. So this is actually Sundarya. Do you still have something? Your hand is raised. If you don't have
Sorry,
anything, yeah,
sorry,
no
there
issues.
is
Yeah,
no problem.
yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah, please lower your hand if you don't have any question. So, um, yeah. Welcome to UI Technologies, and this is a training by Logic Labs, Logic Lab Technologies. Uh, Logic Lab Technologies has been conducting so many trainings. You can actually visit us at logiclabstech.com, where you will find many other technologies being taught. That UI technologies is one particular stream. Yeah. So this is already a 168th batch. Yeah. 168th batch running just, yeah. And it happens to be UI training at 168th batch. And at any point you have any questions, any concerns, you can email us on support at logiclabstech.com. Yeah. So we have the email ID. And then you want to have detailed, the course content and the details. Yeah. So it is on the slide. Maybe you can actually scan it even right away also if you don't have it already. Yeah. This is for this course content. In case you want to take a quick scan, yeah, you can do so. All right. Yeah. Hope you are scanned if you wanted. We'll move on. Yeah. And as I mentioned, not only like you have our email, we have given our contacts as well. So open your camera and then take a quick snap. So you will understand like, yeah, I mean, if there are any queries, any concerns, actually you can reach out to us. Yes. So general information. Yeah, these are our email and contact numbers. So as you already know, the first 5 sessions will be free. Yeah. And the sixth session onwards, there will be a different Zoom meeting link that will be shared, and it will be shared to those who are actually registered with us. Yeah. And like for getting to know what is like the update on the course, so it is better to join our WhatsApp community that is over here. And all the sessions, including today's, will be recorded and will be available to you. We will be sharing with you, and you will have access to our LMS via Graphy platform. So all the notes and recordings will be available for you permanently over there, and you can watch, revise any times you want. Yeah, and the support team, if you are calling, make sure you reach us within 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. IST. which is Indian time. Yeah, morning 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. All right. Okay. Uh, yeah. With that, let us actually get into the course content. So before I get into the source content, uh, let me introduce a bit about myself, and then I would like to know about you all. Yeah. Uh, okay. So yes, myself, Arun. So I am working as a senior software developer uh, in the front end technologies. Yeah. Um, I have nearly around 13 plus years of experience in the IT field, out of which around 10 plus years I have actually worked on front end itself. I have experience in front end technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React.js, Angular, Node.js, and many more. Okay, so I'll be the trainer. So I'll be taking you through all the content which is planned for next 4 weeks. Yeah, and everyday sessions will be there 6 to 7, as you know. Okay, so that's about me. Moving on. Okay. Uh, yeah, I'll briefly walk through the course content, and then maybe I'll come to you to understand if you have any questions and just to get to know about yourself. Okay, let me brief the syllabus that we have. So this is a front-end batch or a UI technology batch. So we start off with introduction, yeah, which is introduction to web application development. Now, today, if you are learning something new for the development, it is all related to web technology. So we want to understand what is web technology, yeah, what is web. Okay, so we will get an introduction to what is it. Then, so importance of UI in web application development. Yeah, why we are actually supposed to have, have to choose, or what is the importance of UI technology. See, our course training title itself is UI technologies. Then we need to understand what is UI, part of web application development. And you might have heard many terms like front end, back end, right? So yeah, want to give a clear picture on what exactly is front end and what exactly is back end and where UI comes in. Yeah. So today's agenda will be this much. So let me go through the rest of the syllabus. So we'll be going through HTML, yeah, as a first language. We'll understand all the basic tags, how to create HTML. We'll be developing one small application to demonstrate whatever we have actually learned. Yes. Then we will understand another technology within UI, which is CSS, which is nothing but cascading style sheet. Here we understand CSS, like how we can actually use CSS style for actually making a style of our HTML web page. So we'll be learning a lot more about selectors, some of the core or basic concepts of CSS, yeah, like inheritance, specificity, yeah, how do we style the font, what is box model, and we'll be able to develop our own mini application using HTML and CSS at the end of this particular module. All right. Then we have Bootstrap. Bootstrap, yeah, if you are aware already. So it is actually a CSS framework. So we will be learning how we can actually use Bootstrap than writing our own CSS for everything. And we can quickly make web page or UI that we want to build using Bootstrap. So Bootstrap is actually a library. Yeah, it is a library, or it is also called as CSS framework, which will help us to write CSS faster. Yes. Moving on, we have JavaScript. Yes. So using HTML, CSS, we will actually be covering how to make static pages. A page which is having a lot of content and it is looking good for presenting it to the user, but it is not interactive. So user is not able to use it, right? So how we make, more engaged content or more interactivity that we can actually give it via JavaScript. So this is actually a language. Yeah, don't confuse. This is different from Java. Java and JavaScript are two different things. So we will be learning the basics of what is JavaScript in this module. Yes. Yeah. Moving on. Yeah, we will study the basic concepts in a programming language. And then we have DOM. DOM actually stands for Document Object Model. So it's basically a representation of the elements on the web page. So how we see the elements behind the scene. So all the HTML elements are formed or are going to form this model called document object model, and we study them to understand, you know, how to add interactivity. We said we can add interactivity to the page. We can engage users for something. We can ask them to click. We can ask them to submit, right? So, and we can give feedback about each of those actions. So that is what we are going to understand once we understand what is called DOM, right? So then we actually come to a library, just like we studied, we are going to study Bootstrap for CSS, for JavaScript also. So we have something called jQuery. jQuery is actually a library of JavaScript. It helps us to write, you know, all the JavaScript code, specifically the selectors, yeah, very fast. I mean, it has a lot of built-in functions with using which we can actually, you know, do DOM manipulation, specifically DOM manipulation, very fast using jQuery than using plain JavaScript. Yeah. Yes, I think with that our course will be, concluded. Yeah. So this is a content of this particular course. Uh, so not only this, like it is on a high level, it is listed what we'll be actually covering. So we will actually go a little bit beyond also. Uh, what is actually required for a beginner like you. Yeah. So on a high level, we'll be covering this much of syllabus for next 4 weeks. Okay. So now I would like to understand about, I mean, if you have any questions, so maybe I'll come to you. Maybe I'll start with Ashok. Ashok, good morning. Ashok, how are you doing, Ashok? Good morning. No? Yeah.
Hey, able to hear me?
Yes. Yeah. Able to hear. Okay. I think you are part of our team, if I understand. Am I right?
I'm sorry?
Yeah. Do you hear me?
Yes, able to hear me.
Okay. So any questions on this, Ashok?
Not specifically, just now joined, but think like the index looks great. I've been working in mainframe since last 15 years, actually. So
Oh,
as
really?
current industry is moving towards the modernization of technology, I'd like to explore towards the different concepts around UI and also AWS, and Logic Labs is one of the point of contact got from my friend. And already I joined on the AWS and also part of this UI technologies. I'd like to understand what are the different concepts, basic concepts around this. And also maybe I'd like to explore towards what are the different tools or concepts around in the market that will help me to scale up in my career. Thanks for this session.
Okay. Well, welcome, Ashok. Yeah. Happy to have you. Okay. Maybe next, I'll move on to Bhagavan. I think it's, yeah, I can say Ramkrishna. Ramkrishna, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just new in IT industry, around 1 year's experience. I'm working in a database, Oracle. So I'm interested to learn just UI, so that it will be helpful to know the in project. It will be to better understanding of the project.
Okay. Okay,
And
nice.
also referred by my friend that technology, and I already attend the section of AWS. So I and also Python. So it's a good for scratch level to learn new things.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that much.
Okay, welcome Ramkrishna to this batch as well. Then I think I'll move on to Mangaraj. Hello, Mangaraj. Good morning. Mangaraj, good morning. Do you hear me? Okay, so if not Mangaraj, then I think we can move to Jai Kumar. Hello, Jai Kumar.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. How are you doing?
Fine, sir.
So any doubts so far?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. All right. So welcome to this batch. Okay, so now we'll continue. We'll continue with our course content, and then I think I'll talk to each one of you. Yeah, soon. Yeah. Let's start. Okay, so we said we have to understand what is web application development. Yeah. So that's the first topic that we have. So web application development. Okay. So let's understand this term first. So, but I see two terms. One is web application and another is actually development. So we'll first split these words. Yeah. So we'll take what is web application first, and then I think most of us aware of what is development. So yeah, we'll keep that aside. So first of all, let's understand what is a web application. Yeah. So in that, again, I see a couple of terms. Okay, let's split that also. So to understand, there is something called web and there is something called application. We'll come to the application part of it. Yeah. So I'll keep application side and we'll focus on what is web to start with. Okay, think for a second, actually, what is web? What do you call web? Yeah. What comes to your mind when we say web? Yes, of course, we are here to learn the development and specifically we have to develop application. So, but generally, what is web? What do you think is web? Where is web? Yeah, I'm giving few seconds to have your thoughts running. Yeah. Do we say Google is a web or Google itself is a web? Do we say Facebook is a web? Yeah. Yeah. We say Amazon itself is a web. Yeah. Amazon.com. So we use Amazon.com. Do we call this all a web? Web is also known by another term, as you all might be familiar. It's web is nothing but internet. Yeah, it is also called as WWW, World Wide Web. Now we are trying to understand what exactly is the web, what is there in the web. Yeah. So what is there in the web? How is web formed? Yeah. So for this, I'll just give a layman example for you. So let us assume like in your area, yeah, in your area where you are living, yeah, you want to open a market. You just want to open a normal market. Yeah. So you want to run a market. Okay. So if you have to run a market, tell me if I just keep, a shop of my own. Okay. This is one shop. Yeah. And I ask my friend, hello, so I'm starting a new market. Can you also join me? Yeah. I'll ask him, can you also join me? Do you think if if myself and my friend just creates a shop, Can we call that a market? Will that become a market? Of course. No, we can say, we can say shop, right? Or it can be something like supermarket. Yeah. So we can just have, we just have two shops. Two shops are not going to form a market. Why? Why do you think so? Yeah. Why they do not form the market? Yes. Of course, there are only two. If there are only two, then the content that is here, not the content, the different types of materials, yeah, and things available will be limited. Correct? We have a limited things. We don't have too many choices. And yes, we are limited by the number of shops. Yeah, we are limited by number of shops. So we can't call it a market. But of course, when market is being formed, yeah, but then eventually, once they start, so assume like they are able to add too many shops. What is it? They're able to add too many shops. Can we call this as a market? Too many shops, too much of different material, too many things which are offered by each of the shops. It's not like every shop is having the same material. Yeah, same set of items, same set of flavors. So you get a variety. You get a variety if I visit that place. And there is a chance that I am going to get, all that I'm actually looking for my everyday, day-to-day business. Yes. So this we can actually, yeah, this is actually resembles a market, right? This is usually the, when we say market, we aim to see a lot of shops, and each shop has variety of content. I mean, content has in material, yeah, items. You get different things which are not available near to you, correct? So a lot of materials which you don't buy, and it is bit affordable. Yeah, it is available to at your, I mean, yeah, less price compared to what is available to you locally, or something that you don't find. Yes, there's a chance that it is available. Yeah, some like rare items. Now let us come back. Okay, let us come back from the market. It's a time to go for market, but then, okay, let's come back to web. Let's compare how market is related to web. Yeah, so web, which is internet, it is also called as World Wide Web, is also like a market. It is actually not handled by or hosted by one company or one website like google.com. Why? Because we cannot call that as a market. If there is only one company, one shop which is there, we don't call it a shop. I mean, we don't call it a market. If google.com is there, yeah, right? Amazon.com is there. Facebook is there. What else? Book My Show is there. Yeah, like that. If too many, yeah, if many, basically, right? If many websites are available, now I just join, open google.com and then I type I get a content. It's a different thing. Yeah, getting content is different. But how do I get a content? There should be shops like this. So then, even if I have to do a Google search, there should be content which is available from any of these websites. Do you think if Amazon is not available, you will be still be able to search in Google using uh, such an iPhone in Amazon? Will you be able to search for a particular iPhone in Amazon? Of course not, because Amazon does not exist. So don't confuse like Google search itself is a web. No. So then what is web? So this web is actually, yeah, collection of many such companies, yeah, many such websites. They have, yeah, they have their content available. So like shops, they are ready, they're offering their content for people to browse, for people to consume. Yeah, YouTube. How do we miss YouTube? Yeah, WhatsApp. So in a market like web, so we have so many shops like these name. And it is actually a not, you know, a physical market. See, we go to market, it is a physical. I can see the things. I can touch, I can feel. But this is a virtual market. Yeah. This is actually web is like a virtual market. And it is combination of, or it is actually a collection of many web, many individual website. And you can assume every website is like one simple box. Yeah. So for example, Google, okay. So will be one box. Why I'm calling it box? So this box generally we term it as server. We say if Google is not available, server down. Which server down? Might be Google server which is down. Yeah. So same way, so we'll have a server at Amazon. We'll also have a server at Facebook. We'll also have a server of YouTube. Yeah. You'll also have a server of Book My Show. So now behind the internet, yeah, behind the internet, we are kind of connected to all this. Yeah, we are able to connect to all these servers. Yeah, we'll be able to connect to all the servers. And we have a lot of variety. And this is what is actually forming a web. Yeah. And why is the term web? Generally what happens, these are not like individual pieces which are there. So they'll be again interconnected. Yeah. Google might be having YouTube. Yeah. Facebook might be having Instagram. Yeah. So there'll be a lot of connectivity. So it's like, this is what actually forms a network. So I'm saying each of them are a separate server, hosted, managed by separate companies. They have a shop. And these are servers. Server is nothing but a computer. In the core, each server is actually a computer, PC, which has an hardware. Yeah. So hardware and a physical running machine. But they're all connected. They're all connected to my system. Tell me how I am able to how I am connecting to these servers from my system. Think how I'm actually connecting to this. I am connecting to all these servers via a special program in my system, which is actually a browser. What is it? A browser. See now, as soon as I open browser, I am able to see content from different website. I did not open Google here, but still I'm able to get the content. So this is in one website. Yeah. This is in another website. Yeah. This is from another website, other.com. This is from another website, CrickBuzz. They're streaming cricket related content. Right? Yeah. So now we can see this is just a bit of internet, correct? But we know from our day to day that there is a lot of information available in the internet. How? Because everyone has hosted their own shop in the internet, meaning they have a server, they have a dedicated server, and where they're actually running their own website like google.com, amazon.com, yeah, YouTube. So they're running the shop. But from an intelligent program like browser, we are having access to the content, yeah, which is available in this web. So this is what we can call it now web. Yeah, it's so in simple terms, web is actually, yeah, uh you know, it's a pool of, servers, pool of, like we specifically say, a network. Yeah, it is formed by interconnection of so many servers, but all of their aim is to serve some content, to offer something. So they have a unique purpose, right? Why we have web. This is how internet works. This is what is behind internet, I would say. Yeah, web or internet is nothing but it is a pool of servers. Now, how are we connecting to that server? I said browser. So now what are the examples of browsers we have? Yeah. So we say Chrome, you can call it Edge, you can call it Firefox. All these are examples of browser. But this browser is being given a special name called client. What is it called? It is given a special name called client. So in the end, basically, yeah, from a client, okay, from a client, which is my system where I'm opening a browser. Yeah, I can use any of the browser. Yeah, I am actually connecting to this internet. Okay, I'm connecting to this internet. Yeah, which is like pool of servers. I can open any website and I'll be able to get that web content. Yeah. So now with this, we understood what is actually just one word, which is web. You're not yet understood what is application is going to look like, and yeah, the development part of it. But it is interesting. Yeah. So since we are actually developing an application for the web, we need to understand what is behind the web, or what do we call it web. Yeah. Just remember this example of market. Okay. So there are big markets, small markets. Yeah. But internet is like a very big one, and it is logical. It does not exist anywhere. Yeah. In any single place. It's all connected. Even my system is also part of the web. If someone can use content from my website. If someone can access content from my system, then that also is a part of, web. Sorry, I think someone unmuted. Okay, so we'll come to the application part of it. Yeah. In the meanwhile, maybe let me speak to Ashok. Good morning, Ashok.
Hey, good morning, sir.
Yeah. So how are you doing? Any questions?
No, I'm good with all this. Thank you.
Thanks. How about Nitin? Nitin, good morning.
Good morning.
Any questions, Nitin?
No.
Okay, good. Right. What Parul?
No, sir, no questions.
Okay, hope you're doing good. So let me move on. Rajshekar.
I'm good.
Also good. Okay. Right. Okay, let me continue. Yeah, so we have things like we need to understand another set of interesting things like, okay, what does application is going to look like? Yeah, and then what is the importance of UI development? Why you're all interested, or if you are going to be looking for something, then where is UI development today? And then we will understand what is front end versus back end. Right? Okay. Okay, so to explain what is an application, I'll take an example of, let's say, Amazon as an example. Sorry, Amazon. Yeah, so we want to understand what is the nature of web application. For that, I'm giving an example of Amazon. How Amazon is actually able to, give me an application like in the form of Amazon.com. I'm basically talking about Amazon.com. How I'm able to have this website. Yeah, so I'll tell you in a simple form, like may not go into the detail, just an eye level. So I said I have a client which is browser. Yeah, so assume like now today I'm using Edge browser. From Edge, I'm actually making connection to the internet. Yeah, so assume like there's some in between. Okay, this we call it web. So in the web, I have one of the server from Amazon. Right? Yes, I have from Amazon. Yeah, and specifically this is Amazon has so many servers. So I'm interested in Amazon.com related server. Now let's understand how is Amazon.com application is there in the server and how I'm actually able to access it. Or bit of like what is Amazon.com application? So Amazon.com is actually a website. So site. Yeah, site is nothing but a place. In the web, yes, their site is Amazon.com. So it's giving an ID, like an ID for their website. Now, what does an Amazon application consists of? So in their server, they'll be running what is called as a program, which is called web server. In their server, yeah, in their actual server, they'll be running one application called web server. Now, in that web server, they will actually put all the content. Yeah, they'll make all the content that generally a client wants to consume or they want to offer it to the client. Yeah, so let's say just short it content. Yeah, so now all the content is available. Now assume I want to visit Amazon.com. In the edge, I'll type www or simply I'll type Amazon.com. Now what happens? Yeah, so behind the scene, yeah, there are a lot of things, and this is actually an interesting topic. If you go back today to learn, yeah, search, yeah, in Google or in YouTube, okay, how internet works. Is it how internet works? So maybe if I start talking how it works, it will be a one full class. Okay, so it would be good, interesting. There will be a lot of videos, interesting videos available. You can actually visit, and basically they talk how a connection is made from my Chrome to Amazon.com and what all parties involved or through on the way to Amazon.com and how Amazon.com will be able to deliver to each of my request content back to same, browser or same system as me. So it talks about the full round trip from my system to Amazon and coming back all the way to, my browser. Yeah. So please take some time and just try to understand how internet works. So they talk a bit on computer network. All right. Now coming to the Amazon.com application. So they'll develop application usually using UI technology. Yeah. So they'll have an application which is developed either using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Yeah. And that application is hosted in their web server. As soon as Amazon, I request for Amazon. Okay. So I'll be getting their HTML page. Yeah. I'll be getting their HTML page. Along with that, I'll be getting their CSS. I'll be getting JavaScript. I'll be getting a lot of other resource like their product images. So in simple, an application, a web application will generally be developed in this language, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. But it will not only be just these three, there will be a lot of resources along with, yeah, these files. Now let's quickly take a look at Amazon.com to show you, yes, it is actually found by HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay, taking some time. Yeah, that was a round trip. Now I can see Amazon website on my screen. Yeah, hope you're also. So let me see. Okay, there's an option on the browser. It's called View Page Source. View Page Source. Okay, so I'm clicking on View Page Source. You can do this on any website in the internet. Yeah. Now you see, I got the HTML of Amazon.com. You see, so it's behind the scene. It is actually a HTML content. You can see this word HTML. I said it has JavaScript. Yes, it also has script. Yeah, so you see JavaScript. So basically this content was there in their server. Since I requested it, it has downloaded on my system and it is actually presented nicely as a website, which I can access. right? So yeah, this is how, generally a web application is made. So we have an HTML, we'll have JavaScript, and we also have a CSS. Yeah. So we have CSS in the form of style, text, CSS. Now, this is an example of application, correct? So in internet, there are a lot of applications. Yes? Yes or no? So we have a lot of applications. But I'm just telling this is an example of web application. Amazon.com is an example of web application. Now, what's the purpose? Why we have to develop web application? We'll come to that. Yeah, we'll come to what exactly is web application, purpose, and what is the value add. But this is an example. And you know now, as I said, Amazon is one web application. Yes, there are many web applications. And our course basically concentrates on how we can develop such websites, such web applications. Yeah. Generally, people call it website and web application. Yeah. There is, not a major difference between an application and a website. You know what I'm saying? So they're almost the same, but they have a very minor difference. Oftentimes, people call website as web application, yeah, and then vice versa. Okay, so you know many websites. Then all of them are web applications. Then what is UI development? To confuse, okay? So UI, nothing but user interface development. What is it? User interface development. So what is user interface? Tell me what is user interface. If I log into Amazon.com, I am able to click on this. I'm able to see the orders. I'm able to go to the cart. I can actually search. I can see the list of products. Correct? I'm able to view a particular product. Yeah, I can see the details of each. So this is called user interface, where user is using my application. How he is using my application? Via this page. So this is what is I am actually offering to the user. So if this is what he's using, then yeah, so the department or the technology which is used for developing user interfacing, yeah, is actually called UI. It is also called by another term called front end. We'll just discuss in a few minutes. Yeah, both UI, front end are one and the same. They're not two separate things. Right? Now, what is the importance of UI or web development? Why you all have to actually learn web development? Yeah, can you think for a few seconds why you all have to actually learn web development? What is the need for web development? Or importance of web development? So as you know, yeah, let me explain. As you know, many things are available online. Many things are available via website. Let's say you have to order a pizza. How are you doing today? Are you going to call some customer care service? I need a pizza. Yeah. Are you calling customer care today? Are you asking him what all is available? Yeah. Are you asking him which flavor you want? Not really. Right? So they have made a website. Yeah. You go to their website, like pizzaxyz.com. Let's say their website. Yeah. You're being presented all the content, all the service that they have. Yeah. You are using it. You get to choose, you get to pay, you get to choose your delivery address. Yeah. So lot many more things. So if pizza delivery is happening online, so and you know that, it's not only pizza today. So we have many things, many things. You name the thing, it is mostly available online. It is mostly available website. Now, how do they create pizzaxyz.com? How do they create such a website? They need to write HTML, CSS, JavaScript, any website, yeah, in the world. If they have to create it, okay, it has to be through, the syntax of HTML, CSS, JavaScript. And we know that every industry, okay, even to an example of vegetables. Today, vegetables are available online. Do you agree? Vegetables are available online. You do not have to go out. Even your milk is available online. You just order it, it comes. But each of those business, okay, yeah, is online. It has been made online. How? How it has been made online? It is people like you and me who are actually knowing what is web development and specifically UI development, who are actually helping them bring their content online. How are they getting the content online? So with the help of web development or the UI development, we have written content for them. We have written applications for them. Because of that, that is available online. And you know the trend of recent past, how websites are coming, how everything is coming online. Everything. Even you want to go to office, book a cab. Where? Yes, that is also a website or an application. Right? So if this is a trend, for sure, yeah, for sure, it is going to be a great demand. It is great demand already for the people who actually know how to create a front end or how to create a UI. It's already a great demand. I said, I have been working in this industry specifically in UI for nearly 10 plus years. So I know the journey from where I started and where it is today. I think better than most of you who are here. Yeah, you open a new website, even to an extent, if you can think today, your medicines, you don't have to go offline. You just have to order. Yeah, you just have to order and it's available. Why? Website. Which website? MedPlus, Apollo, Pharma Easy. So, do you think they were able to do their on their own? No, they have hired someone who knows HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So, do you think if I just know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, I'll be able to make a website like, yeah, MedPlus or Pharma Easy? Answer is no. We cannot just make a website or a web application fully just with HTML, CSS, JavaScript. These three only form the first part of the web application, which is also called as UI or front end. Then what is the missing piece? The missing piece is actually called backend. What is it? Backend. Why do we need a backend? Let's say if I'm developing a medicine website, then I should have one database which has list of medicines that my company has or my company is selling. Correct? We call it database. Yeah. So there is another piece of software, okay, just like front end, which actually reads what is there in the database and also selects what is there in the database and give it back to the front end. Yeah, let's say I visit to their website, so it has to get the data. It has to get the data from their database. Yeah, so it has to get the data from the database back to my screen. So there will be another program which is actually running. Okay, so assume like, okay, another application which will be running. Yeah, so together, an application which is help us to serve the content and the database forms what is called as backend. Call it backend. The application which actually helps me display list of tablets. Yeah, it will help me display the cost of it. It helps me display the information of that website, information of that medicine. Is actually done using front end. But where was that tablet detail before? It was sitting in the database. Yeah, a specific XYZ medicine was sitting in the database, but I asked the backend gave me that information, but for user to, to display it in a nice way. So I'm using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. And this forms front end. Now then what is web application? Generally, a web application consists of both front end and the back end. Yeah, together it is actually called as web application. And if you are actually developing it, then you are called web application developer or UI developer, front end developer, back end developer. So the roles have been given according to where you fit or where you perform. So if you are part of front end, then you are called front end engineer. If you are part of back end, then you are called back end engineer. But an application also has been divided into front end and a back end. But they both together work to form what is actually called as web application. Yeah. So usually a web application will have front end and back end. Yeah. Let's say your school or a college website. Yeah. Some xyz.com. Do you think you had a server and a back end and a front end? Answer: no. Need not be. You didn't have anything stored in the back end, or you did not have your own college database. In that case, yeah, you can just have UI or front end alone. And that time we say, usually a website. Yeah, we call it a website. All right. Okay. So this is on an eye level of what exactly is a web application and what is a website and a web application yeah, how it is fragmented into front end as well as back end. Okay, I think we'll stop here. I'm a bit above my timeline. Yeah. Okay, I think we can stop here, but meanwhile, I'll take some questions. Feel free to drop, yeah, if you are, running out of time. Okay, let me stop my screen sharing. Also the recording